Hi everyone. Today I'm here to talk about knee pains. So, of late, I've been receiving a lot of complaints from movers, dancers, or even people who are just sitting at home and working of a lot of recurring knee pains. Um, so I would like you to give this a shot, try it out, and of course, if you get stuck somewhere or after a certain point, if the knee pain doesn't improve, it comes down to a certain level, you can obviously seek out our help and take up a further session. But just for a starting point, try and understand sometimes what the knee pain is trying to tell us. So, from where we come from, pain is the body telling you pay attention in need. So generally, it has an underlying thought or a belief in your space that is now no longer working for you, and it is very important for you to understand what that thought or belief could be. So knee, generally, the center of the knee is got to do with a resistance to change or the need for adaptability or flexible approach towards something. So, if in your space, when you think of a time, space, or something where you've been very rigid or you've been very fixed in your ways, if something comes to your mind, that will be excellent because then you can also work deeper with that. If nothing comes to your mind, you can still try and do those statements, the statements that I'm about to give you, and get back to us with feedback as to how you feel. Yeah. So, the top of your kneecaps, so if you're feeling the pain here on the top of your kneecaps, it is generally a resistance to change or the need for flexibility and adaptability. If the pain is more on the inner part of your knee, like the inner side, there is an association of being resistant to change in your intimacy levels with either something, someone. Now, intimacy can be anything to which you feel very close to. It could be a person, yes, but it could also be your career. It could be a venture that you're working towards. So, anything which feels very intimate to you, and maybe you're resisting change or not looking at a flexible approach in that kind of gets stored in your inner part of the knees. Yeah. And if it's on the outer part of the knee here, it generally is it's a thought process of not opening up enough to people, possibilities, or places, again, due to resistance to change or a fear of change, or because you're being too rigid about certain ways. Um, I hope that resonates or something comes to your space. Even if it doesn't, let's at least start doing the introductory statements for it and see how you feel maybe after a couple of rounds. Yeah? Okay, so before we start, on a scale of 1 to 10, give your knee pain or the intensity of the knee pain a measurement. 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. Yeah. So supposing it's at the moment it's 7. Yeah. So let's start off with saying, the pain in my knees is my soul's love. The pain in my knees is my soul's love. The pain in my knees is my soul's love. The pain in my knees is my soul's love. The pain in my knees is my soul's love. The pain in my knees is my soul's love. The pain in my knees is my soul's love. My need to hold on to this pain is my soul's love. My need to hold on to this pain is my soul's love. My need to hold on to this pain is my soul's love. My need to hold on to this pain is my soul's love. My need to hold on to this pain is my soul's love. My need to hold on to this pain is my soul's love. After saying these statements, get in touch with your rigidity or your lack of flexibility about wanting to do something. And if there's something specific, you can put that in, or otherwise just say, my rigidity is my soul's love. 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 My resistance to change 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 is my soul's love. Here you can also add, I revive, recognize, realign, reorient, and reposition my association of growth with resistance to change. I revive, recognize, realign, reorient, and reposition my need for growth with resistance to change. I revive, recognize, realign, reorient, and reposition my need to grow through resisting change. Yeah, because sometimes we have an association that when we resist change and when we insist that this is the only way to do things, we evolve, we grow, and then we get proven right. But sometimes the universe needs us to get a little more adaptable, a little more flexible, and that resistance could get lodged in your knees as well. Now, check after doing these statements how much is your knee pain. If it's reduced slightly, maybe do another round with the same statements. In this space, when you're doing it, if a new feeling comes up, so for instance, you resisted some change and there is guilt associated with it. So now you can also work on your guilt. So the guilt of resisting so and so change is my soul's love. Or when you think of changing, there is fear that comes up. So my fear of change is my soul's love. So this is how you keep going deeper. Do about 3 rounds of it. Generally, the pain drops to about 2, 3, sometimes even 1. And after that, it kind of stays as a little bit of a knock, as a reminder that if you kind of slip back into your old patterns, the knee pain could come back. Yeah. So if you need to do deeper work, then maybe you can reach out to us. But even if you keep doing this as a maintenance, say on a daily basis for the next 3 weeks, you will see a significant change in your knee pains. Do let us know how it goes. Yeah. Thank you so much.